The morning sun spilled through the curtains, bathing the small living room in a warm glow. Maria, 20 years old, sat cross-legged on the floor, flipping through a scrapbook filled with pictures of her family. Today, she had an assignment for her English class, to write a story about what mattered most to her. As she stared at a photo of her family at the beach, a flood of memories rushed in, each moment as vivid as the sunlight streaming through the window. Her family was her world, each member a unique piece of the puzzle that made her life whole. Her mother, Anna, was a beacon of warmth and love. Her father, John, was her hero, steadfast and strong. Her brother, Alex, with his quick wit, could make anyone laugh. Lily, her younger sister, radiated a quiet determination and grace. And Max, their playful golden retriever, brought a sense of endless joy to their lives. Maria decided to frame her story around the extraordinary, yet simple moments that define their life together. The first page of her scrapbook featured a picture of her mother in the kitchen, her hands dusted with flour as she baked cookies. Maria smiled, remembering the sweet smell that used to greet her after school. Every day, Anna would wait for her at the kitchen table, cookies and milk ready, as Maria chatted about her day. "Mom, do you think I can write about how you made cookies for me every day?" Maria asked, glancing at her mother, who was sitting nearby, knitting a scarf. Anna smiled. "Of course, sweetheart. Those were our special times." Next, she turned to a picture of her father, standing tall in his firefighter uniform. John had always been her hero, rushing into danger to save lives. She remembered the bedtime stories he used to read to her, and Alex when they were little. One night, when a terrible storm had knocked out the power, her father lit a single candle and read them The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. His deep voice brought the story to life, making the darkness outside feel less threatening. It was a memory Maria cherished, a testament to her father's ability to bring light even in the darkest moments. The scrapbook also contained memories of harder times. The corner of one page held a photo of her grandfather, sitting on a rocking chair in their backyard, with Alex and Maria at his feet. His passing the previous year had left a void in their lives, but they had come together to remember his stories and celebrate his life. She flipped to another page that showed Alex with a cast on his leg, a sheepish smile on his face. He had broken it during a soccer match, but what stood out to Maria was how the family had rallied around him. Lily had spent hours in his room, telling him stories about her dance rehearsals, while Maria had read him every book she could find. Even Max had taken to lying at the foot of Alex's bed, a silent but comforting presence. Maria paused at a photo of a beach trip from a few years ago. It was one of the happiest days of her life. The sun had been bright, and the ocean waves sparkled like diamonds. Her mother had built a magnificent sandcastle, while her father snapped photos of their laughter-filled antics. Alex and Maria had collected seashells, and Lily had danced barefoot on the shore. Max had chased the waves, barking with delight. But life wasn't always sunny. Maria thought back to a Christmas when her father, overwhelmed by work stress, had forgotten to buy a tree. The disappointment was palpable, but Anna had turned the situation around by creating a tree out of fairy lights and cardboard. They had decorated it with paper ornaments, laughing and singing carols. That Christmas had taught Maria the value of creativity and resilience. The climax of their story came one summer evening when Max, their beloved dog, fell ill. His usual energy vanished, replaced by lethargy that alarmed them all. Maria remembered her father rushing Max to the vet, while the rest of them waited at home pacing anxiously. The diagnosis was grim, a serious infection that required immediate treatment. Over the following weeks, the family united in their efforts to nurse Max back to health. Anna cooked special meals for him, and Alex and Lily took turns keeping him company. Maria stayed up late, reading online articles about dog care, determined to do everything she could. When Max finally began wagging his tail again, it felt like a miracle. That night, the family gathered in the living room, surrounding Max with love and gratitude. It was a moment that reminded them of their strength as a unit, their ability to overcome challenges together. As Maria finished her story, she felt a sense of fulfillment. The memories she had recounted were not just moments, they were the essence of her family's bond. Each page of the scrapbook held a lesson: the importance of love, resilience, and togetherness. In class the next day, Maria read her story aloud, her voice steady and filled with emotion. When she finished, her classmates clapped, and her teacher smiled warmly. "Thank you, Maria," she said. "Your story is a beautiful reminder of what family truly means." Maria went home that evening to find her family waiting for her. They were gathered around the kitchen table, cookies and milk ready, just like when she was a child. As they laughed and talked about their day, Maria realized that her family was more than just her foundation. They were her inspiration, her strength, and her greatest blessing. Maria closed her scrapbook with a contented sigh. Life was not perfect, but it was beautiful, filled with moments that stitched their lives together like a quilt. And as long as they had each other, they could face anything the world threw their way. I hope you like my video. If you like this story, hit the like button and share it with your friends, and subscribe English Tales by Allicia for more story, and press the bell icon. Take care, goodbye.